My name is Clovia Mcintosh. I am an inventor. I grew up in Connecticut. I like that UB had a really small, tight-knit community, small classes. I always knew I wanted to do something in business, and having the business professors really helped make that even clearer. So I chose from the beginning and I stuck to it to the end, even to my MBA programs. UV has a diverse student body, which is what I really, really love. I've met people from Ireland, from my home country, Jamaica, and all over the world, and I love that the most. I think that is my favorite part of the university. After I graduated undergrad, I moved to New York. I was working at JP Chase as a banker, and I came up with this idea for this pancake maker. You know, my family was like, you know, call that school that you pay all that money to go to. And I remembered Elena Cahill, my business law professor. And I literally reached out to her and I told her, you know, I have this business idea. And she was like, well, we just started this Student Entrepreneur Center. You can come in as an alumni. So I started attending their weekly Friday sessions, and I was like, oh, I really, really like this. But then I also learned that trying to make a pancake batter maker machine was extremely difficult, because we're talking about electrical engineering and we're talking about mechanical engineering. And after I came and I talked about my pancake batter maker, I always had an idea for a bathtub. I have 14 nieces and nephews. I have 8 siblings. And I remember I was like, there has to be an easier way to bathe babies, because my nephew, when he was 1, he slipped. And I was like, you know, I can't be the only one with this problem. So I started researching it. Thousands, like tens of thousands of children who are hospitalized annually for slips and falls in tubs. And I'm like, wow, these are just the ones reported, because my nephew didn't go to the hospital, you know, and these are just the ones we know about. So after doing a lot of research, I started talking about my product at the Student Entrepreneur Center at the weekly Lunch and Learns, and Elena, Sherry, you know, Pete, and all of them were like, yeah, I think this is a good idea, you know. So we kind of pivoted from the pancake maker and started the tub.
She knows what she wants to do. She has a good, high degree of focus. She's got a great sense of humor. She had a wonderful story behind it. We started working with her on creating a prototype.
It was difficult. I've learned a lot about resilience and how important it is. Actually, I did an interview for this organization in Darien called Haven Hatch, and after my interview, Nancy Sheed, she named my segment Entrepreneurial Resilience. And I also learned something that, you know, there's EQ, emotional intelligence, IQ, you know, typical intelligence, intellectual intelligence, and then there's AQ, which is like adversity quotient. And there's this guy named Pete Senna, and he was like, you know, you got this because Black women score the highest. This is a white guy, right, telling me. He's like, you know, Black women score the highest when it comes to AQ, which is basically how much stuff you could put up with before you break. And right before I got Tubby to essentially a pivotal point, I had been down to my last $5,000, and I lost all my money in this, you know, manufacturing deal.
Clovia and I were introduced when she had her concept for her toddler bathtub and needed to find a way to bring her concept into a reality, and needed funding, among many other things. And so, having run a manufacturing company before, venture-backed that also raised money, I helped her kind of understand the landscape of raising money, as well as kind of taking a concept through a manufacturing process.
Not even a couple months later, I won like $11,000 at a competition in Hartford. And then a couple months after that, so this is August, then November, I won another $10,000. And that literally brought us to where we are today, which is product in hand, testing to ensure that it's CPSI compliant. I'm hoping by the time we're all watching this that we have officially launched and we're selling, you know, online, direct to consumers on Amazon and Walmart and other methods. So that's where we're going.